All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Guess what? We're going to talk about you today. We're going to talk about how you can get to the millionaire status. Now, it's not easy. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. But if you want it bad enough, you got to fight through it. So the bottom line today is they nicknamed me the Godfather Credit years ago. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. Can you go get a tablet and a pen, please? I'd like you to take some pretty good notes today. And yes, this is definitely live. No pictures, no recording, because I want you to write it down, put it here. Now, I do this 6 days a week, Monday through what? Saturday. You can get a hold of me. Oh, you never get stuck. And the things you see on the left-hand side there, that's just some things I obtained along the way to millionaire to billionaire. I'll show you what I did, then I'll show you what you can do for you too. Now, first of all, we got to protect our family. We have to understand the rules and tools how to do that too. Next thing, we got to think about you, the defensive circle, the debts, the people around you, the devil trying to hold you back. But you know what you can do? You can win. It's called faith and persistence, by the way. Ultimate goal, you got 9 steps to millionaire. 9 steps to freedom if you just follow through. And that's all you're going to have to do. 750 score. So I'll show you exactly what needs to be done. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough years ago. He was security chief at TRW in Hesperia. TRW stood for The Report's Wrong, Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts. Then they got information business. You see, there are certain rules and tools about your personal credit. All right, I don't think you know. And I know when you started years ago, it took you a couple years to kind of get it right. I'm going to show you things today you should have known all along. But the goal is to get you the 750 score. Now, if you have a corporation, I can get you up to $1 million of credit. But if you don't and you want one, let me get you one of those too. You see, I like goodies. Don't you like goodies? All right, kind of like that Harley Davidson, a division of a corporation, going on the live ride with Neil Diamond. The love ride was great all the time. But you know what we get to do? We get the American dream. That's one of the mansions I obtained through the years. You know, if you let me add you to my credit system, I can rebuild you. But you have to understand, there's some parts you're going to have to do too. So as we do this today, understand, all right, using my credit, my history, helping you and rebuilding you. The first thing we want to do is tell you you can get to the American dream. But I got to analyze you. I'm going to tell you average case is 90 working days. It might take longer because you didn't follow through. But that's kind of on you. So the faster I can analyze you, the faster I can tell you what you need to do. And if you do exactly what I tell you to do, please, we can get you there. 750 more. See, there's 1,000 steps to millionaire. All right, and then basically to be the CFO. So you get some goodies too. So if you don't know the schedule, here it is. Take a picture of this page. Client or non-client. You can take a picture today and realize I'm not here 6 days a week live to help you no matter what anybody says or does. We get to have fun. Now, I got this 3-day event coming up in December 9th, 10th, and 11th. I call it Setting the Tone for 2023. Next thing is, if you want to be a Ray Reynolds Millionaire member, ultimate goal, because I've got 25 million millionaire clients and 25 billionaires, you could play too. I got this basically 6-month program coming up. I'm calling it the $5 million Boot Camp. It's only for 25 people. We're almost there. So the goal is, the kickoff is January 27th, 28th, 29th. So today I want you to understand that Ray Reynolds University is my legacy. All right, I'm going to leave it about $10 billion. And my 6 children, they're the officers list. They're the vice president, so they don't inherit anything, but they get to play with everything. You see, in my programs, it's pretty simple. I like to always get you back some credit. So whatever you invest in my programs, I want to give you back 100% or times 10 in personal business credit. Why do I do that? Because no one on the planet does it. And number 2, I want you to remember me. Because I'm always going to remember you. It's fun. Corporation and divisions. Now understand something. You have to have 3 cards to add history. Revolving. I got to get to the 750 score. So if you don't have 3 cards, I'm going to get you there too. So no matter what, we're going to get you from A to Z, the ultimate goal. So draw the diagram in front of you, please. That's a corporation and divisions. We can also get subsidiaries. You see, what you allow in front of you in your city today, your banks and your grocery stores, they file bankruptcy on a what location, they get a tax credit, and the bottom line is most people like you bring the pain home. So let's do this. Let's look around our city today, from the banks and the grocery stores, or even Sam's Club, Geico. We got cities. How do they do this? They don't bring the pain home like you and me. So what do we get to do? Well, number one goal has to be stop bringing the pain home. Number two, we have to be a certified CFO. From there, we have to prove it to ourselves. In other words, you have to see it, believe it, go get it. If you can just focus on that, we can get you through anything using Ray Reynolds' blueprint and building your American dream. Now, I got to introduce you to something you didn't pay attention to. A long time ago, 153 years ago, a corporation became a legal person. That's right. It has more rights than you and me. So we're going to teach you how to play today, but we're going to think about my thought of the week. It's simple. I wonder why people make mistakes. Why? Do you use and abuse your credit when you only get one such credit number, one SSN? And what happens then? You get one chance to try, and everybody brings the pain home? Let's do this today instead. Let's rebuild you. Let's understand today a man and a woman can have 9 lives. I want to show you how to accomplish that too. You got the choice today if you want to listen and learn. Now, I got told when I was a little boy, money for a rainy day. I like that. It was sounding good. I asked them, how do you do that? They couldn't answer the questions. I was a kid. They were the grown-ups. So what did I do? I created basically safety credit and balancing the debt. So if you understand today, and if you do exactly what Ray's rules tell you to do, I'll build you $100,000 of personal credit. Don't use more than 29%. Have $71,000 of safety credit in case blanket the fan, loss of job, or pandemic. See, you have to balance your debt and create the line of defense. Next thing you got to think about today is all the eggs in one basket. That didn't make any sense to me. So what did I do? I set up divisions. The divisions of a corporation, the ultimate goal. So let's understand something. A corporation can have a division or a subsidiary, so we don't ever have to put all eggs in one basket. See, they kept saying that. I had to create the solution to them. So it's like ducks in the row. Put all your ducks in a row. That sounds good. So how? My question to everybody is how? How? Show me, please. They couldn't show that to me, so I created it for myself too. So understand something today. All right, that's how you get to millionaire status. See, the biggest problem with most of you is you're probably afraid to try. You hold yourself back, and you don't think you can do this. Anybody can do this. It's not hard to do when you know the rules and tools. See, it's like the corporation structure. A corporation's a legal person, but if you don't have divisions, when they sue the corp, they tend to sue you. So if we have a corporation and we set it up like the cities, the grocery stores, and the banks, and they have divisions or subsidiaries, that's the line of defense. Those are the ducks that we put in a row. So we never have to bring the pain home again. So the bottom line today, I'd like you to quit acting like a sheep. Quit following like a sheep going, bah! You see, the problem is, maybe you had a friend and family member rip you off. Maybe the attorney or CPA got you a corporation and you learned diddly squat. Sorry to say, it's true. So start learning for yourself what needs to be done. That way you quit bringing the pain home. See, if you have a corporation before you met me, you paid an attorney, CPA, an attorney, or an incorporated service. I'm sorry, you didn't learn diddly squat. When I started my first corporation at 9.5 years old, called Helping Hand Industries, I sent away a money order. That's all it took. And I got a corporation back. So I found out at 9.5 years old, a corporation is just a piece of paper, and anybody can do one. The cities and the states give them for free. All you pay is a little filing fee. Right now, California gives it for free, and they pay the filing fee for you until June 30th of next year, 2023. So you got a choice today. Stop following like sheep and start learning for yourself. What a concept. See, I'm the incorporator for rich and famous people. People coming out of prison and homeless people too. So I like to repackage everybody, including you. So the bottom line today, you probably had a kitchen table meeting. That means you sit at the kitchen table with your friends and family, And you turn around and said, let's start a business today. They all got excited. And then you go, where are we going to get the money? Hey, let's hawk our house. Let's jack up our credit cards. Let's bring the pain in because we want to be stupid. Sorry, that's what most people do because they bring the pain home. See, you can't write out personal credit diddly squat. And when you get stuck by dropping it past 29%, you can't get any more. But if you use corporate credit cards instead, you write off the interest rate in the credit card and the line of credit. And if you have a corporation with divisions and it's a management company, if a division screws up, you get another one. You see, the problem is you never gave yourself a second chance, another try. You brought the pain home. So write down today's date and project 90 working days. Let's see if I can rebuild you in about 90 working days and get you to follow through. So you can get your own yacht mansions like I did. You see, starting a business and running one's is not easy. It's like falling off the cliff. All right, it's like you're always standing on that edge. It's like, everybody around you, employees, suppliers, and creditors, you just want to go crazy. But you have a choice. Fight through the pain and go get it. You see, you got basically today, all right, literally, all right, 42 days left of this year. That's it. Which means we have 24 working days. 24 working days, that's all we have to get a corporation division and get our disputes going too. We got choices today. Now, I'm sure you do want your checkbook money from the banks next year, right? As long as you're the owner of the corporation today and next year, if we rebuild you, that line of credit's up to $150,000 and no tax return. It's called unsecured. So, checkbook money. So let's do this. Let's get you up to $1 million of credit card money, corporation, and a bunch of checkbook money up to about $5 million. Is that okay? So if we do this correctly, that should be your goal. The bottom line is we had a couple fallouts too. We had 13 people who didn't pay their balances. So we have a $50,000 and $100,000 left over. So if you want that at a discount, about 60% discount, you can get it today. If not, somebody else will. And they just missed it and it just goes away. So you got choices today. All right, the bottom line is going to be up to you. Now I know I make it sound easy. But for me, I was born in a taxi. She didn't want me. So I got to be with the whole family, used and abused too. So your journey today can begin with me. So the bottom line is what I did as a kid is I looked in the mirror, crying my eyes out. You know what I found out? Since I didn't have a mommy and a daddy and a family, I had God and me. I asked myself a couple questions every day. Have I completed everything I need to? Is there more to be done? Most of you, you go ask your friends and family their opinion. I'm sorry, I don't care about opinions. And some of them ripped you off too. Why don't you quit clouding your direction? Let's write down, see it, believe it, go get it. You see, when I got dropped off at the pier every morning at the age of 3 till I was 9.5, eating out of a trash can, I thought that sucked. So I fought to get out of hell. When Mrs. Hope stuck me in the garbage can and fed me the food, I thought that sucked too. See, I had to want it bad enough. I know you got a sad story to tell. Sorry, I don't think at the end of the day, nobody cares. They never gave a crap about me when I was 3 eating out of the trash can. I was in a coma at 5.5 years old, crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, I got up. Last coma was 2009. I've been in 2 of them. So July 4, 2009, I got 3 yachts in my backyard. What did I do? My wife wants to take a group of people to watch the fireworks. So we did. There I am the next day. All right, my tax attorney stole my life. The nurse asked my wife if I'm a donor. From there, Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back that day. See, it's not where you're at today, where you're born. It's your mind. See it, believe it, go get it. The ability to focus on the goal and getting through the steps you're missing so far. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you. You see, you've tried your way. Try my way for a while. You see, Jesus is not a drive-through. One of my books coming up next year. See, being a Christian is a way of life, not just a moment in time. Ultimate goal. See, getting past go is not easy. This is a pain in the But you have to stay to the course. You have to understand, if you want the Lamborghini collection, the Duffys, the mansions, just like me breaking the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. Race boats, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris too. Why not? That's just a couple goodies I obtained using the Ray Reynolds rules. Ray's rules, the blueprint. See, the thing you've been looking for is your blueprint. And by the way, that's me. I'm online 6 days a week to help you, if you really want true help, but that's up to you. You see, I even wrote 12 books and CDs called the Millionaires Founders Kit. I sold it at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, $5,000 a set. Real estate getting millions and billions in that too. Got a system to do that, so you can get that $5 million mansion as well. How about Become the Bank? I wrote that as the largest registered agent in the world at the time before the coma out of Nevada. You see, I sold more Nevada Corps 10 times more than anybody on the planet. So if you want all 18 books and CDs, it's usually about $3,000. Here today, you can get it for $9.99 for all right, 18 books and CDs. But if you spend $1,000 any program today, if you don't have the books and CDs, I'll give them to you for free. Ultimate goal. Now write down section 611. Just write down the word section 611. I want you to Google that. You see, they say you can rebuild your credit yourself 100%. I think you can do about 90%. Well, let's see what I can do to help you today too. Now, credit repairs are fraud. Sorry. Federal Trade Commission says that every day. Ultimate goal, they're not even allowed to collect money up front. So we got to tell you the difference. Credit rebuilding is when you're part of the program. You go to class, you do what you need to do, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, and you follow through. What a concept. So the bottom line is getting you a 750, we got some work to be done. So first 25 steps today. Remember, these are just things I obtain. I don't use clip art. That'd be no fun. So the first thing is, why don't we go to raisecredit.com and order our credit reports for free, or annualcreditreport.com. Give me the report numbers. I'd like to rebuild you right away. Is that okay? By the way, that's step number 1. Ultimate goal, what I want to do is analyze you. That's right. If we can analyze your credit in 24 hours, I can tell you exactly what needs to be done and how we can get it done in 90 days or less. But you're going to have to follow through. You have to be responsible for you too. Ultimate goal. Get out your Social Security card, please. I'd like you to look at the card front and back. I'd like you to understand this is the application to obtain one, which nobody seems to pay attention to. So when you look at that, let's understand an SSN is for a 1040 tax return. That's all it's for. And if you look at your Social Security card, in most cases it says do not eliminate, do not use for ID purposes, and it says government property, and it says Social Security Administration, not you. By the way, that's the IRS. So the SSN is for the 1040 tax return, and you use it for credit and you weren't supposed to. Congratulations, you're breaking the rules and tools. Step number 2. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you. We got ways to do this. Now, you remember when you got your first paycheck a long time ago? You looked at that first check and you goes, where's my money? You see, you forgot the IRS gets their cut before you get the leftover. See, we are a bunch of sheep and a bunch of ducks. Because when they sue us, we got a duck. Well, you screwed up, sorry to say you did. You didn't look at the 14th Amendment of the Constitution that allows a corporation as a legal person of an SS4. So let's think about something today. We can take the SSN and SS4 and we can look at the IRS what they allow us to do. Remember, you get one SSN, one chance not to screw up, and 9 out of 10 people screw up all the time. A corporation's an SS4 with 1120 tax return. And if the corporation gets sued, they tend to sue you. But if you do it like I set up in 85 and 86, a line of defense, it's a division. Each division is allowed its own tax ID. And you can set up basically all your ducks in a row. It's exactly what they told me as a kid, and I figured out how to do it myself because they couldn't answer the question. So the goal is the line of defense and become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain into millionaire status. See it, believe it, go get it. I want you to focus on that blueprint today. If you do exactly what I tell you to do for 90 days, it'll change your life. Ultimate goal. So let's look at the IRS again. Why? Because they have a 1244. This is where you take C and S, all right, and basically the SSN and the SS4, you can file one tax return. And you can be an S corp and pay almost no tax at all. The ultimate goal. See, what you chose to do is use an SSN to build credit because someone told you to fall like sheep. Meh! Sorry. You should have used SS4 instead of a sheep, been an eagle. Learn to fly. When you apply for credit, you're all nervous and go, ah! Well, that happens because you're the one signing on it. Now I got to rebuild you personally. I got to make you a qualified CFO of the corporation and the division. At the same time, I want you to understand SS4. There's 26 ways to use that SS4, which you didn't pay attention to that too, sorry to say. So I'd like to do a division of you to replace you as CFO so we can rebuild your whole life. Is that okay with you? As we do this, you got to choose wisely. Ultimate goal, back to that application for the Social Security card. The left-hand corner is very simple. It's another place you didn't pay attention to. SSN equals 1040. You see, what I want you to focus on the left-hand corner is where it says SS5 form. Okay, now let's look at the SS4. Both from IRS. So an SS4 is for the corporation, division, subsidiary. Line 1 says legal name of entity or individual person. So I can actually put your name on line 1 and build a credit file for you under the tax ID. Is that okay with you? You see, the only form that you didn't look at enough of is this one too. You see, number 9 says banking and credit purposes. That means you can try. That means a tax ID for every division. So I'm allowed to try another one again and again. There's your second chance you never gave yourself and your family. You brought the pain home. Sorry to say. Statement of guarantee. I'll guarantee exactly what I do as long as you do what I ask you to do and you follow through. You have to be part of the program. Don't violate, don't jack up credit cards, don't apply for credit during the program. Don't crash your wrap or rescore. If you do, call 800-510-3338. Ask for Santos, he's the floor manager. We have to look what you did. We might have to just close your case or charge you again. That's why we tell you don't screw up. Now this side over here changes about debt because you chose SSN to build credit too. You might have to negotiate a debt or two. Over here, talk about the IRS.gov. You see, they got a form called 656 433 A and B. That's an offering compromise. There's a solution for everything. By the way, that's step number 3. You just need to follow through. Ultimate goal, rapid rescore, rapid refresh. I invented both of those too 38 years ago. Getting somebody's 750 is not hard to do as long as they're part of the program and they do their part. You see, I know some of you hire those credit repair flaky companies and they charge $100+ a month for a couple of years and they don't have a magic wand. See, mine's broken. Maybe I can borrow theirs, huh? In other words, BS is BS. I'm sorry. One of my books coming out next year, all right, it's called Bullshit Didn't Pay Your Bills. It's just the truth. You see, the reality is I'm a realist. I didn't like eating out of a trash can. I wanted to get a Lamborghini. I got my first one at 14.5. What did you get at 14.5? Or did you wait to 15? See, you got a choice today. Learn to play. 750 credit score, not a problem, as long as you're part of the program. So you can get some goodies too. What we have to do is rebuild the credit files, tear them apart. Then we have to do a rapid rescore. We got to get you to class every time you can show up. They guarantee the 750. You learn the rules and tools. We normally charge you $1,000, but I always give you a $500 cash credit card back. During a broadcast, I always discount it half price, all right, to $499. So that card coming back to you means you got your money back. See, take a picture of Zelle today. Ray Reynolds recipient, Ray at raisecredit.com. You also have bank transfer, deposit, or wire. You see, you get a specialist assigned to you. They hold your hand, the paperwork, and guide you and get back to the classes with me. Ultimate goal. You want to give me referrals, you get 10% back to you. You see, now I need you to call the phone number. Can you write down 888-567-8688? See, you get all this junk mail and you're on the robocalls. Why don't you get off the national mailing list and opt out for 5 years? You added yourself there because you have a cable bill, you're a voter, or you have a corporation. That's step number 4 today. Ultimate goal. So let's think about planning the problem. The biggest thing you have to do is this. You've probably been knocked down, ripped off, friend, family member. On top of that, spent thousands of dollars, some didn't work. Why don't you just basically learn, all right, step 1 next is going to be safety credit. Every credit card you got in your personal wallet needs a sticky. You put the limit, you maintain 25% always, but you never go past 29%. That's called the line of defense. After I trained Yarborough, all the people followed along. Finally, all the dashboards say the same thing, which they should say all along. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. That sticky will give you the discipline to follow through. Step 5 today. Ultimate goal, balancing your debt. Not easy to do, easier to say. But you know there's a science behind this madness. There always has been. So let's remember, if you do not have up to 3 revolving cards, I'm going to have to build that for you to add history to build you up and away. Okay? But you got to do what I ask you to do. Ultimate goal, you have 2 credit cards that are perfect cards. I think they're perfect because they have 2 limits. One's paid over time. The other is unlimited to $1 million. So when you can look at a gold and a platinum card, personal or business, you can help balance the other debt over here and quit screwing up. Rules and tools is how you're going to get to where you want to go. And if you want me to build you a couple of gold or platinum cards, let me know. Ultimate goal. Somebody has an emergency, what do? They all do the same silly thing. They lose a job, have mercy, what happens next? They run out of time, they run out of money, then they go jack up their personal cards. I don't understand. Isn't that stupid? Someone to max out their cards, drop their score, get stuck, can't run off diddly squat, and then they have to do what? Feel sorry for themselves? And they would have used the right credit in the first place. They would have never brought the pain home for themselves. So if you can learn and listen and learn to rules and tools, I bet you I can get you the millionaire status. You see, when you need $5,000 now, you ask your friends, the family, the bank, they'll say no. But the average person wastes $50 every other day. If I max out a $5,000 credit card, the payment's $50 a month. You see, they say you also max out $140 a week. What does this mean? That's $600 a month. The average person's wasting $600 a month, and they don't realize they are? If I took a $50,000 off a line of credit or a credit card from the corporation and write off the interest and the credit card, the payment's $612.26. Even during a pandemic, I can get 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through. Number 6, using some common sense. Ultimate goal. See, if you want to reach your goals truly, you have to believe in yourself. First, I'm going to believe in God, and I'm going to believe in me. When I jumped up and I kicked the door jam at 10, and then I used to kick the basketball hoop, that was kind of fun. I just want to prove what made you jump. And all you have to do is believe. See it, believe it, go get it. So when Nixon took that gold standard out, most people didn't pay attention to that too. Please write down Ray's rules today. Write down 100,000, 29% utilization, 71,000 of safety credit. See, when you take this to start the business and jack it up and get stuck, I'm sorry, you brought the pain home on yourself. When you use corporate credit cards, write the interest in the credit card. And if you screwed up, it's a division, you get rid of the piece, and you get other pieces. But then, doing it the right way, and if you make it, you absorb the taxation usually. See, there's a way to get your cake and eat it too. But that means you're going to have to listen and learn and follow through. Step 7. All right? Become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. Up to you as well. See, there I am in that coma again. 3 yachts in the backyard. Google the address. See, I'm factually verifiable. Ultimate goal, the devil wants to knock us down and hold us back. But God's the laser on God's denials. So faith without work is kind of dead. You see, you got to protect your family. You brought the pain home. You never had to in the first place. You got to remember, between the debt and the people around you and the devil, you got to develop your defensive circle so you don't bring that pain home ever again. You got 9 steps to freedom if you paid attention. Now, the NACB certified the only one on the planet, all right, personal business credit, and by the way, it was me, even signed by the ex-security chief at Debbie and Hesperian. You see, here's my dashboard. My dashboards allow me to set up credit reports under SSN SS4. So I'm allowed to set up a credit report under tax ID, and if I have divisions, that means you get more than one set. That means you have a second chance to try again and again. I don't know why you didn't do it my way. I've been teaching or preaching for 44 years. Where have you been? Personal life's a break even. Anything above that's corporation. But you're going to hear me say it again. I need you to balance your debt. I need you to balance your debt. And if you do what you're told, guess what happens to you? We get to the American dream. Corporate credit life, the legal person. 10 cards per entity. Ultimate goal, over $1 million. So it's not legal or accounting advice. It's using Ray Reynolds' blueprint. What I've been teaching and preaching for 44 years. Ultimate goal. So if you need that 100,000 to $1 million to your corp, or you need a corp, I'll get you one of those too. I'll hold your hand every step of the way. Next year you have 18 expos. Maybe you should go to one of them. Look at the 4 points of income. First is like franchise. See, they stayed open during pandemic. Maybe it's real estate. Maybe it's going to be basically leveraging money and profit sharing. I just want to get you ready for that next year. Is that okay? Let me know. Ultimate goal, corporation's a legal person. It's right in front of you. This is chapter 18. Now, I heard this when I was 7.5 years old. I'm at the Hope family house. She's using, abusing, and even dropped me off the pier. But every Wednesday night, they had their poker game with all these rich and famous people. What did I do? I wrote down this says a corporation's a legal person. See, I thought if I go to the library the next day, I can get this blueprint so I can get out of hell. But again, that's what I did. But when I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department, this lady, the librarian, I walked in, what does this mean, ma'am? I was very polite. She walked away, didn't say a word. She came back and said, here's a microphone, here's a book. She's a, I wanted to kick her in the shins, but I didn't do that. I went back to that library for 2 years. At 9.5 years old, I sent away my money order. That's when I found out corporations are free. All right, you just pay a little filing fee, but California's giving that for free too. All right, how many of you paid thousands for a piece of paper, didn't learn diddly squat? I think you got to sue that attorney or CPA. What do you think? See, I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. All right, 100,000 of credit in the mail. I even got named in the movie Dave. You get one SSN, that's not enough to try. That means you try one time, you fall on your what? That's why everybody brings the pain home. SS4, 1120, if the corporation sued, they sue you. Well, that's no fun. So why don't we have a bunch of divisions? Divisions are your line of defense. That's how I turned around when they said put your ducks in a row. I put my ducks in a row. They're called divisions. That's why I invented it in 85 and 86. We get to have fun. See, that gives you a second chance, third chance, or what? Without divisions on a corporation or subsidiaries, I'm sorry, you're a duck. And when they sue you, they take everything you got. You might want to learn my blueprint today. I even build credit for my cat, Monica's cat, too. I want to prove my point. When Inc. magazine came to me and asked me questions about building corporate credit years ago, I said use plastic to finance your business. And they said, why? I said, because you get to write off the interest rate in the credit card, in the line of credit. See, cats have 9 lives. And as of today, I want you to have 9 lives too. Corporations get cash credit after I'm done setting up the dashboard. So the divisions, how much credit would you like? Would you like to finance that American dream yet or not? Cats having that 9 lives today? Let's introduce you to your new 9 lives for you. The line of defense. See, what happens when I get a tax ID for you, I'm allowed to set up the cash reports. That means I get to build cash credit for you. And on top of that, you know what we get to do next? Simple. Line you up for the checkbook money. Isn't that fun? See, you got choices today. Now, don't take a picture, write it down. There's 7 reasons you want to do this. Number 1, line of defense. Every division's a duck. Cheap. Multiple functions. Buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports. Flippity-dippity doing real estate and I can separate liability. But the most important one to me is tax ID. I'm allowed to build your Experian, your Equifax, your TransUnion credit reports under tax ID. Now there's a science behind the madness. So when I set up the divisions, and I invented that in 85 and 86, I came up with the division chart. When you say you want $1 million of credit, it's 9 divisions. When you say you want $5 million, it's 44. Ultimate goal is the line of defense. The divisions give you that too. Ultimate goal is up to you. When I do a division for somebody, I do the paperwork, I do the tax ID, I add 2,000 of history, and I set up the credit reports ready to go. When you set up your reports personally, it took you 3 years to kind of get it right and wrong, but even today you're learning things from me you should have known all along. You see, I charge $1,500 for 3, and that's important. All right, so that gives you another chance. Now today, during this broadcast only, you want a division All right, basically it's very set up. It's $2.99 for one, it's $9.99 for three, and it's $19.99 for 9 if you did it during this broadcast. But if you wait till I'm done going blah 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 with good information for you, then it's over. There's your Zelle bank transfer deposit wire. You see, you got 42 days left. You got 24 working days. Your divisions need to be done now. Running and starting a business is like falling off the cliff. All right, you're always trying to catch your breath. If you want that checkbook money next year, you need to do it now. Now I got 8 classes in rotation as well. During on the Saturday, I have 10 classes too. Ultimate goal is very simple. This weekend is called tax balancing. Each class is about $999. This time today, you can get one class one time for $299 if you want to go to tax balancing class on Saturday. Again, I think you want the checkbook money. What do you think? Bank of America, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Chase, Navy Fed, and other ones, they have checkbook money up to $150,000, usually no tax return required. That's up to $5.4 million. How much would you like? See, you've been looking to try to raise the money, get a job, have a garage sale, sell your car. The bottom line is all you have to do is get a bunch of divisions and build the credit. And that's what it'll do for you. Ultimate goal, everyone has to be a certified CFO to get cash credit. Ultimate goal. See, when you use that personal credit and get stuck, it sucks. And you brought the pain home. You can't write off diddly squat. When you use corporate credit, since borrow money is not taxable, if you make it, you absorb the taxation usually. If you lose, you bankrupt a division and you keep the pieces and get another one. See, when you retire, your bills don't go away. You got a choice to learn how to get your cake and eat it too. It's called Ray's Rules. Become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. So you could stand in the middle of a room today and you put one hand out and go, I'm an SSN, I'm a sheep, and I'm a duck. The other hand's going to say SS4. I don't pay tax till I make a profit. IRS public record. And if I took the time to listen and learn to Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit, I look up the 1244 that allows me to turn the essence, or in what? The SSN and the SS4 into one tax return and almost pay no tax at all. Isn't that nice? It's kind of like receiving money. When you receive it, I think you do it wrong. I write you a check hypothetically for $1 million. You put it in your personal account, you're allowed to keep $375. I would have told you to put it in the corporation. You don't pay any tax till you make a profit. You get to pay all your bills too and win the battle. I think that's step number 8 today. Ultimate goals is simple. Grocery stores and banks use branch numbers, tax ID, and subsidiaries. Why don't we start with divisions and tax IDs? Debt follows tax ID. So let's understand how to play. The United States of America set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. They did the line of defense in your face and you didn't pay attention. And on top of that, Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They did that under the Federal Protection Act, public record, so they can bankrupt the debts and stay in business and get a tax write-off too. You can learn to play if you want to. Today I'd like you to Google bankruptcy. See, the next time blank hits the fan, is it you and your SSN and family? Corp, division, subsidiary. Make an intelligent decision this time. Ultimate goal's up to you. My dashboard say yes or no. You see, if you let me add you to my system, I show you how to get a mansion like that one too. If you got a corporation today and you want $1 million, let me know. I'll build it up for you, and then I'll teach you how to be the CFO. See, when you got a corporation from an attorney or CPA incorporating service, they didn't teach you diddly squat. They should be sued because you overpaid. Corporation's just a filing fee. All right, you don't have to be like a sheep and a duck. You can learn for yourself. But understand today, California's giving the fee for free. So let's understand. Here's a starter package. I give it away. Starter package, rebuild the credit, rapid score. Articles also tax if you don't have them. If you do, we'll use yours. Set up level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Usually 2,000. Today, during this broadcast, as I train you to be the CFO, I'm going to give you 5,000 of credit and chop the price in half. Can you imagine? I'm the only silly person on the planet for $999, giving you 5,000 credit back to you, taking away all your excuses, and getting you the American dream. Ultimate goal. Next, you have Main in the Making. Usually 5,000 for 25,000 of bonus cash credit. During the broadcast, we're going to discount it to $24.99. But again, that's up to you. 10 times your money back. It's better than being in Vegas. You see, there's your Zelle bank transfer deposit or wire. You see, you got to beat your doubt. You got to run your race. You got to get out of my way while I rebuild you too. Ultimate goal. Getting past go, I can show you some goodies, and I'll help you get yours. God's gift, the mansion in the harbor. All right, race boats and yachts. From there, helicopters, U-Docks. All right, all the goodies and the Lamborghinis and the buildings too. You see, now I need you to change your driver's license. I want you to protect your privacy. I like your driver's license to be P.O. Box or mailing address, whatever your state allows it to be. From there, that's step number 12. Next, we have to understand we have the ability to do these things the right way, like when you buy a car. I'm sorry, you did it wrong. What did you do? You got sweated for 5 hours, lost $5,000 and up to 9 inquiries. When you gave them that form back to pull your credit, you could have wrote down allows 1 inquiry to take a picture. See, that would have set the tone. But you bought it wrong anyway, sorry to say. That's step 13. All right, stop bringing the pain home, please. You see, if you want to buy a car correctly, it's fleet price, tax ID, division. From there, it doesn't show up on personal reports. We don't need gap insurance. It's a corporate write-off, and you're a CFO. From there, when that car has your registered owner as you, when they have it a bumpity-bump, they get to sue you and probably take everything you got. My way, they get diddly squat. But again, that's called planning the problem. Stop bringing the pain home. Ultimate goal. See, property should be under a division. You don't know who's going to slip and fall, try to sue you. Your paycheck should be offset of your house payment. Amazon paid no tax on that first 10 billion, trillion. Why would they pay tax? See, there's a way to play. And there's no loophole. You're allowed to do what they're allowed to do. Now, he bought Twitter with a line of credit. All right, ultimate goal. And he's got a spaceship. So it's the other two guys. They got spaceships. So you could join the club and learn how to win and play the battle too. If you want to win, that is. Ultimate goal. Rebuild your credit. You have to be part of the program. You have to follow through. You're invited to a class every Saturday. Go as many times as you can. It's usually $9.99. Today it's discounted to $4.99 and a $500 card back to you. Step 15. Ultimate goal. So when we do this, remember you're assigned a specialist to hold your hand every step of the way. That way you get back to the workshops with me. Starter package. $9.99? Are you kidding me? Rebuild the credit rapid rescore. $5,000 of credit back to you. 5 times you invested. I'm the only one on the planet that does this. Alright, so you got to understand this is called credit rebuilding. Not some credit repair crap. That's a ripoff and it's against federal law anyway. So your goal is if you want to be rebuilt. That's why I got classes 6 days a week with you. Articles also with tax ID set up level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You got to be part of the program, follow through. Millionaire in the Making, $24.99, and your bonus cash credit is $25,000. That's 10 times your money back. You better Zelle now. Bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Run your life through a corporation or conjunction. That's what I tell you to do. But do what you want. You're a grown-up. Has your way worked to millionaire yet? I got to millionaire status at 14.5. How you doing so far? See, it's called pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, your paycheck's taxable income. You pay the payment, gas, registration, insurance, and if I was you, I'd be yelling no right now and drive a company car like I do. And writing it all off. Become that certified CFO, please. You see, SS4 line 10 says banking and credit purposes. It's right there in your face. I love this. It's the truth. IRS public record. Why don't you go basically irs.gov, download an SS4 form today, and quit being a sheep and a duck, and learn I'm telling you the truth. It'll set you free. Ultimate goal's up to you. Nixon took the gold standard out, Every woman's handed an SSN form when she delivers a baby. Baby goes in the stroller, the car seat, and goes home. See, everything to me is rules and tools. All right, you buy a house, it's escrow, closed, homestead, trust. Well, you have a house and it's not in a trust? I'm sorry, that's called stupid. When they sue you, they take it away. And when you die, your family gets diddly squat. That's called double dum-dum. But it gets up to you. When you fix up a property today, you hire that contractor that hires a subcontractor that stands outside Home Depot. Good workers. But if they slip, fall, and cut corners, you know what they do? They sue you and take everything you got. My way, planning the problem, they get diddly squat. Why not? You see, I'd like you to look up an irrevocable trust today. But do what you want. You're a grown-up. Step 19. Ultimate goal. You got to do what you want to do. How's it working so far? Now, I get people all the time that say one thing. Ray, I don't want to pay tax. I tell them, knock off the crap. You cannot play peekaboo at the IRS and make it a mess. If you did, you go back to irs.gov. You download a form called 656 433A and B. Get your butt back in the system, step 20. That's the ultimate goal. Next, we have to think about buying at wholesale price or fixing up properties. You save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Escrow closes. Now you got $200,000 left over. What are you going to do? Most people get the money and they piss it away and they're broke the next day. That $200,000 should have been leveraged to $15 million. Raise rules, leveraging money, borrow money is not taxable, line of defense. The ultimate goal. That's called blackjack, step 21. Ultimate goal is up to you. It's like the Ray Reynolds University. That was my office in 2009 before I died in that coma. One technology drive, up to $1 million a day. Coming from the coma and everything was gone, it took me 6 weeks to build my next million. You see, once you do it, you know how to do it again and again. You need to master that blueprint, by the way. Things I'm going to tell you, I'm always going to tell you what to do. I just pray to God you follow through. That's what I need you to do. Steps 1,000 to millionaire in CFO. Here's the schedule for the week. I'm online 6 days a week. You can always get a hold of me. I answer everything back, every email, every phone call, what needs to be done. I got no excuses, but now neither do you. You have Setting the Tone coming up December 9th, 10th, and 11th. It's a 3-day online. It comes with level 1, 2, and 3 and specialty classes for 90 days and $50,000 of bonus cash credit. It's $14,000 in bonuses. I sell for $10,000. During this broadcast, you get half price, $4,999. That ends today. Simple. From there, if all you want is the classes and no bonuses, it's $1,000 a day. The Ray Reynolds Millionaire Member, it's a 6-month program. Will I interview you and put your personal business life on track? On top of that, it's it's called the $5 Million Boot Camp. 6 months. Only 25 people allowed, only a handful left. It starts January 27th, 28th, 29th. Zoom every 2 weeks. Daisy chaining. I'm going to be calling you weekly to push you, to make sure you don't hold anybody back. You get 6 months of classes, rapid rescore, and $100,000 of bonus cash credit. It includes Setting the Tone. But again, I'm going to rebuild everything, and my hands are on top of it. Personal touch. It's a $10,000 payment. You can reserve your space by Zelling a deposit today. If you pay in full, you save 10%. Simple. There's your Zelle bank transfer deposit. You see, I want you to get those perfect credit cards because they don't report like other cards do. They have 2 limits, paid over time. That's why you want a sticky, or unlimited to $1 million. Up to you. I like to repackage your whole life. If you don't have 3 revolving cards, understand, I'm going to build you up and away and get it for you, but I need you to follow through. Checkbook money. I like lines of credit. Ultimate goal. So keep that in mind too. What's a corporation? It's a legal person. It's right there. What do we get to do? Build credit to the corp and the divisions. I want you to be that CFO. Cats have how many lives? 9? And how many are you going to have from now on? Line of defense. I want to build that tax ID for you. I want to set up the cash reports. I want to get you cash credit line. You have to get some checkbook money, if you allow me to. 7 reasons why. You want me to get the Experian, Equifax, TransUnion cash reports under tax ID. You got to chart how much divisions it'll take to get to a certain goal. 9 divisions is $1 million. 44 divisions are $5 million. Normally $1,500 for 3 today. 1 for $299, 3 for $999, and 9 for $19.99 today. There you go, during the broadcast only. There's your Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. From there, you got 24 working days left. That's it. And it's over. Checkbook money. Focus on that, please. What are you willing to lose? Family? Never. Corp? They sue it. They tend to sue you. Divisions? Well, see, on chess, we're going to lose pieces on both sides. But at the end of the day, we both want checkmate, right? Divisions give us that. Step 23. The ability to see it and leave it, go get it. Referral base gives you 10% back to you. Remember today, reaching the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules, making millionaires, corps and divisions, training people to be the CFO. That's the ultimate goal, using my blueprint today. So remember today, there's a couple fallout prices on credit lines, a 50 and a 100,000 left. It's up to you. From there, adding you to my dashboard, I get to rebuild you, if you allow me to. Remember, the American dream can be yours if you follow through and do what you're told to do. I want to analyze you within 24 hours. That's the goal. So keep in mind today, never have joint credit. All right, buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporation, just a piece of paper. Only pay the filing fee. Not those attorneys and CPAs that charge you thousands for something and you learn diddly squat. Divisions are for real estate, franchise, current business, and always setting up the line of defense using Ray's rules. And the reason I give bonus cash credit, I want you to take away your excuses and write it all off, even the credit cards. Interest rate and credit card in the line of credit. See, there's step 24. No more excuses for you. Ultimate goal, rebuild the credit, be part of the program. All right, $750 is the goal. From there, you go to class on Saturday as many times as you can. It's $499 today, $500 card back to you, so you reimbursed yourself. Starter package, rebuild credit, rapid score. Articles also tax ID. $5,000 of credit back to you, and you invest $999. From there, a millionaire in the making, $24.99, and you get $25,000 of cash credit. Again, it's a Zelle, bank transfer, wire deposit. You see, every one of you today should be a corporate millionaire. Your banks and grocery stores do this with subsidiaries. I want to start you with divisions so you can stop bringing the pain home. Learn to be that CFO and reprogram your brain into millionaire status. Always using the blueprint. So keep in mind, we got to stay safe, stay strong. We got to do our best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So keep in mind what I offered today is good for about 15 minutes. Anything after that, special prices and things to do, are not honored after this is done. 800-510-3338. Talk to a specialist. They'll see what they can do for you, and they'll do the best they can. Ultimate goal, if you want to really change your life from now on, all right, I'm online 6 days a week. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.